Hello everyone, so recently I've been training combat and was thinking, is it better to train several combat skills at the same time or individually? With the exception of the constitutional skill, which is always trained alongside any combat style used, training combat is a fairly easy and straightforward skill. Equip a weapon of choice for whichever method of style used, such as sword for melee, bow for range, and staff for magic, followed by finding an easily manageable opponent to defeat in order to level up combat. If not factoring how combat damage works or how the combat for each style improves upon level, then training should be the same regardless. In terms of how experience is given after defeating an opponent, training a specific single stat should equally be the same as training multiple stats as well. For instance, let's take a look at a Varrock guard. Upon defeating a guard, a set amount of experience is given each time. The total amount of experience gained when defeating a Varrock guard is 53.2. To find out how much constitution experience is given, multiply the total experience gained by 1/4, or 25%. In order to find the experience gained in an individual combat skill, multiply the total experience by 3/4, or 75%. So 25% of 53.2 is 13.3 experience received in Constitution, and 75% of 53.2 is 40 in the single stat, which means the total is 100% if added together. The way Constitution experience works is that it is always 25% of the total experience gained regardless of the hit points of the opponent. Combat experience is 75% if training on a single stat skill. However, if training on multiple stats alongside, then the 75% will be split up evenly among the skills. Say balance on melee will be split up 25% into attack, 25% into strength, and 25% into defense. Following back on the previous example of the guard, now if training melee on balance, then the 40 experience gained is divided evenly by 3 for attack, strength, and defense, which equals to 13.3 into those 3 stats. So if you defeat a guard while training combat on a single stat, then 40 experience is given. However, if you train on multiple stats, then the experience will be split up evenly amongst those stats. Therefore, melee on multiple stats will be divided by 3, while range and magic will be divided by 2. At what point will these two numbers be equal to one another? The least common multiple for 1 and 3 is 3 for melee, and the least common multiple for 1 and 2 is 2 for range and magic. For instance, if training melee on attack only skill and defeating a guard, 40 experience will be gained in attack. To gain 40 experience with melee on balance for attack, you would need to kill 3 guards. 13.3 times 3 is 40 experience in attack, but in doing so, you also gain 40 in strength and 40 in defense. On the other hand, you only gain 40 experience if training melee on just attack, meaning to gain 40 in strength and defense, you would have to defeat 2 more guards, 1 in strength stat only and 1 in defense stat only, thus resulting in 3 total. This applies the same with magic and range, except you have to defeat 2 guards instead of 3. As a result, training multiple combat skills at the same time is the same as training combat skills individually experience-wise. Say, for melee, combat stats from level 1 to 2, the amount of experience level is 83. The total amount for all 3 is 249. To level from 1 to 2, for attack only, you would have to defeat 2.075, but 40 times 2 is 80 with 3 experience left over, so you would have to defeat 3 guards to level up. To level up from 1 to 2 for attack on balance, you would have to defeat 6.24, but 13.3 times 6 is 79.8 with 3.2 left over, so 7 guards to level up. With combat on balance, 7 guards also levels attack, strength, and defense from 1 to 2 with 93.1 experience in all 3 skills. With combat on attack only, 3 guards levels from 1 to 2 with 120 experience total, but only attack and not strength or defense. In this case scenario, you would have to kill 3 guards for strength and 3 for defense as well to level from 1 to 2, in total 9 overall. However, you will have 120 experience in attack, strength, and defense compared to 93.1 on balance. To even out the numbers for balance, you would have to therefore defeat 2 more guards. 13.3 times 2 is 26.6, and 93.1 plus 26.6 is 120. So in terms of stats, combat on balance is faster level for multiple skills compared to individually. Combat on individual stats is faster level up for that skill only and gives more experience. Once again, if ignoring weapons, combat damage, and the skill improvement upon level, training combat on balance is equally the same as training individually. In the end, it is based on preference whether to train combat stats on balance or individually. It would be good to mix and match between the two, such as achieving 70 attack first for a whip to train quicker, then 70 strength to deal more damage, followed by 70 defense for better armor, after which you can switch back on balance. At first it may seem slower since training multiple, but the result is the same regardless. So that concludes my analysis on combat training experience, and as always, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.